we are expanding about connection between wealth and love. They are more in resonance and in charge with each other than most people have even clue. Here in my country, there is some stupid rule, or call it, I don't know. It's from generation to generation that when child is celebrating birthday, and even though it's small child, it has some kind of awareness that he got some gifts, and especially when the money is subject, parents has that. I mean, I understand child doesn't need the money, but the way they say it, we will keep it for you, and they spend and even from the beginning there is for majority of children wrong and false belief that they have to earn something that was already written by God, life, source, universe, call it whatever you prefer, infinite intelligence. For me is God, because I know that what God has in store for me, even before I was conceived in my mother's womb, nobody can take away from me. And it's such a wonderful place to be, but unfortunately most are in a dog-eat-dog world, and the more they try to protect from others, the more they witness dog-eat-dog world and reality, where they really are daily losing money, partners. I mean, shift your perspective. Isn't it better to have the perspective that the man or a woman that you are with, you should on purpose live with the most attractive being, and watch what happens. If they go with that other being, you shouldn't grieve and feel effed up for years because of the occasion. On contrary, you should celebrate and make awesome party because you saved years and years wasted of your life. Everything is perspective. Nothing in this life has meaning until we assign meaning to it. Love and wealth, success, abundance are equal. How you are trained and raised to be in receivership of love, that's how you will have normalcy standard for what you receive in world of business success, your price, your clients. I know that probably some had thought that 3,333 is for one coaching session a lot. No, it's not. I spent more than 3 decades investing in what I've learned, and some dusty, crusty motherfucker will go and buy, I don't know, the latest version of some phone, and he will not think that your years of learning are value, no matter the price you decide. For me, it's 3,333 euros because I love that number, and it can only go higher, never below. I watched yesterday awesome story about some guy who lived many years with $11 per month, but then through the applying, observe the word, applying is the most important asset. All your skills, all your knowledge, all your connection. Nothing is worthy if you don't know how to apply it, and above all of that, with confidence and charisma. Because, as I said, without confidence, all your skills are useless, and someone who is not even close to you will always win. So set the goal and never abandon it, because abandoning your goals means that you're abandoning your innermost self. Back to the story about this guy who lived years and years with $11 months and monthly, and then he find the way to apply the laws, spiritual laws of this journey, and now he is living, guess what? He is living $4 million per month. Everything is belief, regardless to health, love, wealth, success, whether or not you perceive yourself as beautiful, or you're constantly searching on your appearance for some flaws. The whole life is a mirror, and mirror can never change until you change what you are presenting to it. So if I came here with my inner world being messed up in every shape or form, what do you think would you feel? Less or more? See, what do you think you would feel? You would instantly feel it. Energy, frequency, vibration that can't be faked. Fake it till you make it can only do the work in short periods of time, but you can't fake non-stop. I mean, that's why I am totally confused with seeing, for example, yesterday I stumbled upon page of some woman that's only 6 years younger than me, but guys, she was naturally so beautiful. She had, and she still has, beautiful long dark natural hair, but her features, I mean, she literally destroyed herself. Always know, I mean, I'm aware of my attributes that were given to me by life, but I was less confident when I was exposing my gifts, so to say. Now I can or cannot, it depends from the mood, from dress, from what I like or how I feel at the moment, but I'm not connecting. You get what I want to say. She is so, I mean, I think that I read somewhere article that more than 100 surgeries she did, regardless of her appearance. Nose, then I saw that she even doesn't has this part of, she removed that because she was doing, how do you call that, when eyes are that's probably some way of facelifting, I don't know. It's one circle from which I was offered many times, because I have friends who are working in that area of doing those surgeries that are making you look younger or more and more. I have reversed approach to also this. You know what I do? I, at the first date, show up in the most regular possible way. I mean, I'm always clean. I'm even exaggerating when it comes to cleaning. It's a form of me coping with, because early on I adopted that if my space is clean and I am clean, I have things under my control, but I never have things under my control. The rule number one is relax. Nothing is under your control because all seeing eye, God, universe has a better and see bigger picture than you could even imagine. So, and as we progress during getting know to each other, and I can look more and more, and so don't show up at your first date in the best possible way, because what you I know some women who are waking up 2 hours before their husband, so can they apply? I mean, if someone that doesn't love you at your worst, he doesn't deserve you at your best. And one of the greatest tests beside of that you should leave your partner with the most beautiful human being and most attractive being alone and see what happens is this: if someone doesn't appreciate you and loves your essence, I mean, everything is transient, and you will not, if your connections are relying only upon horse trade or your appearance, you will lose it fast. And that's why never attach your fulfillment upon external things. You must be always grounded and centered in that spiritual power. There is a voice inside you that doesn't use sound, words. That's what you should follow. Stop seeking magic formula, stop obsessing over books, seminars, gurus, what your friends or family are telling you. Most of them are unfortunately coming from their limited beliefs. The greatest irony is that whatever we seeked in the outer world was from the beginning always inside. The most seemingly challenging is right before the breakthrough. It might seem that everything is collapsing and that nothing is working, and that you are, instead of facing less and less obstacles, you are now dealing with even more. That's not the time for panic attacks, for fear. That's time for joy and celebration, because when everything is breaking, it's actually rearranging, and behind the scenes, something much, much bigger and more beautiful than you could even imagine is being restored and rebuilt from you. Here in my neighborhood, some people are making awesome new house for young family, and when I'm walking with my dog, I enjoy watching when something new is built, no matter how big or small it is. Why? Because that's proof of how our mind works. So even that house was a thought. Everything that we see was first and foremost thought. So watching them, how they first dig where it will be, how they are making marks, and now how those machines and those people are working, and it's awesome. And then at the end you see the beautiful result. So no matter where you are, whether you are only imagining, let's call your goal now in this comparison house. Celebrate every milestone of it, because that's the beauty of the being alive. You know how even Jim Carrey said, "I wish everyone was rich and famous so they can feel and know that that wasn't the point from the beginning." So much more important is who you are becoming on your way to greatness, on your path to fulfilling your purpose and assignment and mission on this journey. What's yours, nobody can take away. What's mine is mine, nobody can take away it from me. What isn't, I don't even need it. And that's the something that's so liberating. Even when you lose, don't see that as a failure. Life will find beautiful ways to not just replace your loss, but to even reward you with multiplied blessings. That's how it works when you relax. And when you know that you are always guided and supported and well off, because you're a source of supply, was never your government, was never your parents. They were just channels. Please don't confuse channels with the source. Boss, for love, your spouse, no, they're just channels. And no channel is closed before source has replaced it with 10 more channels for you. That's how it works, even though for those who are not yet at the higher state of consciousness, that might now sound like woo-woo shit. I know it sounded, and I also, at the beginnings of my journey of reprogramming my subconscious mind, had the same thoughts. And I thought that these people are making fun of us, rest normies who are dealing with the real life and going through real challenges. And now some woman or man here will preach me and teach me, and trust them. The greatest and best thing I did was opening myself for possibility that there must be an easier way, rather than the way I was served when I was so little that I could even know what's happening on this beautiful journey. So, person left your life, celebrate. You saved yourself time. Something better is by the source, as the source of all your supplies prepared, and you just can see it now. You lost your job, you lost your money, someone broke to your home, they steal your possessions. Just don't go into grief and to despair, because that's what Source and God hate the most. Source, grief, and despair are fear, and they are the opposite side of the coin from which God wants you to operate and navigate through this journey. God, Source, all creation wants from you to stay unshaken in the midst of crashing entire worlds, this world, your world, and having faith that even if it seems like you're destroyed and effed up, something much, much greater and bigger will come out of it. And literally, the source of all our supplies is unified field. Do you really think that that source is limited in any shape or form? Do you really think that you must have a budget in united field, that you must watch whether or not you're too much for someone? Do you really think that source of everything and of all life is limited in love, in health, in success, in wealth, in happiness, in joy, in ease. No, all those blessings are inherited birthright. Who isn't living it? Well, those who don't believe. Everything is a reflection, and your mind as the most powerful achieving goal machine will always represent you the results of your beliefs. And that's why I adore when someone starts their episode or lesson or message with you and I and nobody on this journey, because life isn't stupid to reward a whole bunch of undeserving people. It will never happen. How you deserve it? By allowing it, not by hustling and grinding. Being in a receivership mode, allowing it, knowing that you're inherently worthy. Uh, that's how, not with all those false and exhausting programs that we adopted. Life never gives to me, to you, or to nobody on this planet what they want. Life always gives us what we are. So I can want many things, but if I am not aligned with them in my core programs, I will never witness them. But if you align yourself with the most powerful version of yourself, with your new identity, regardless of whatever it might be for you, it's a law. It must find you wherever you are on this earth. You can be in some desert, and some awesome opportunity can find you even in the desert, let's say in a way that some very important person will have some emergency with their jet and they have to land it next to you. That's how the power of the universe and opportunities works. And opposite is true. You can be the most smartest, the most gem version of human being, but if you don't believe in yourself, nobody ever will. And it's not false of the outer, it's just yours because you didn't do the work to realign, rewire, reprogram, upgrade, update yourself always. As long as you're here, you will have to upgrade and update. And most and even more important of that upgrading and updating is your ability to have unshaken faith and trust that all is well and you are safe, protected, guided, supported. I mean, generations and generations of people who were here dealing with real stuff, Those generations went through wars, hunger. Some were literally leaving their countries, finding themselves on the open ocean, going somewhere, wondering whether or not they will get there safe. You have the power of those people who were really brave in real challenging situations. Most of the challenges that people are facing today are modern time challenges, meaning overstimulation, too much free time, not knowing how to put yourself under your control, because if you don't do that, yourself will throw you off. It will turn against you. most challenges that people are facing today are just modern day issues caused by having too much of everything. People used to uh, spend hour or two or three, some of them even today are doing that, just to go to the river or some other source of water and to bring that back to have for their basic needs, for cooking, for cleaning, for washing, for bath, and so on, so forth. We today have literally everything just on one press on a button. Average human lives better now than kings used to live, who had to travel months and years to their destinations, even though they were kings, but there weren't no planes, jets, and modern transportation vehicles. So please express, as soon as you open your eyes, appreciation and gratitude, first and foremost for your ancestors who dealt with some real shit. Express gratitude and appreciation for the opportunity to experience life, one more life in a form of one more day. There are others and some who didn't get that opportunity this morning. And always know that as long as you are here, all is well, you are safe, guided, protected. And when you face anything from that perspective, even what seemed to be very hard to solve with zero effort from your side will present to you solutions in a way that you never even thought of. So I hope that message was helpful, and let us continue here, be each other's support. I appreciate every single one of your nice and empowering words. That's why I'm here. Trust me, I have my awesome life. I have other things always to do because I like to be busy. I like to be, as long as I'm alive, in a constant move. But if I can help someone to easier override what I invested a lot, because I first of all didn't know and understood the real laws. That's the best satisfaction, and that's what all this is about, and that's what for me personally is so satisfying and literally priceless. So sending you all love, hugs, and positive energy from my heart.